problem. Let's get into some chess anyway. And you want b3? I will deliver. There you go, sir. Do you want to tell me what else to play? I'm happy to oblige. I'm a very obliging person. I guess we go bishop b2. I guess we play e3. And now we go bishop here, I feel, is the move. And now we play f4. Probing his weak points. And I quite like this variation. I think there's a new line here where bishop d6, the computers give some crazy line where I think black can sacrifice something with knight here, but don't ask me. And now what do I do? This is, I'm sure I've had this before, and I was kind of unsure what to do in this position. I think you're supposed to, I think this is all theory, you're supposed to check and play queen h4 to put a bit of pressure on here. And I do remember looking at this line maybe 5-6 years, no, maybe more, but probably 5-6 years ago. I was thinking about playing it from the black side, and I was thinking about somehow sacking a pawn, but I can't remember the actual variation now. Okay, so something to do with this and pressurizing e5 makes sense. I've got to remember it's a blitz game. This one he will take here, then I can castle. That looks quite fun as well. And if I, okay, should we do that? Okay, it is blitz, so I've got to decide on a move. And now I'm probably threatening to take this one. And if he captures here, then I will castle, and I'm going for quick development. I was either that or I played knight c3, but then I thought he'd go bishop e6. I hear someone wants me to play the Botvinnik English as well. Yeah, we can check this with GChess, says Bird afterwards. A couple of people is that the same person asking for the Botvinnik English? Okay, well, if you want a Botvinnik English, I will deliver. Okay, so let's now go here. I quite like my position because if he castles queenside, I'm going to damage his pawn structure. Let's do that. And he can't develop that knight easily. So I'm going to just bring my knight out. I don't know if that was better or rook e1, but I kind of feel like it'd be nice to bring this rook there. Keep my rooks quite harmonious. Maybe, and he can't move his knight at the moment, so I'm a little bit up in development. I have a bit of a safer king. Yeah, we ain't playing the Berlin, Mary. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, Mary. Don't even think about it, sir. The day I play the Berlin is the day that the world cries a tear of pain. A tear of pain. Yep, the co-pilot's got it right there. There are 3 Botvinnik enthusiasts. Well, I better play the Botvinnik English if 3 of you want me to do it. Okay, now I was thinking about maybe I should have stopped this move, but I was hoping that this would be a bit of a nuisance to my opponent, and maybe my queen can now start coming back here without worrying about this annoying bishop move. So if I go here, his knight can't, well, he can't come in. So do we move the queen back now? It kind of feels like this is very risky. Like knight here, is that very strong? Knight here, rook takes e6, queen takes e6, and at the end of it, okay, I'm going to bring this one back. Maybe knight here was even stronger, but I thought he could go knight there, and I have a very good position there, but I couldn't see a win. There might well have been one, but I couldn't see it. So this way, my main threat is to grab, and this is my secondary threat. And his position looks really dodgy now, right? Looks like it's crumbling a little bit here. Crumbling a little bit. This line, has anyone else tried Lion's Mane coffee? As you can see, I love my mushrooms, and I know Lion's Mane is a mushroom. Okay, so he's got out the pin, but he's allowed my queen in. Okay, let's do this. We're happy with this. Cool, surely he can't get away with this. Now this one, bringing more pieces in, looks okay. Yeah, Lion's Mane coffee is what I'm drinking, and this looks really bad for him. Oh, surely this is looking great, no? How do we win this one, though? Is there a forced win? check here. Okay, let's do this. Let's try to do it with checks. We're going to win a piece minimum. And that was a pretty smooth game. I think you're right, Lukey. It has to be. Psilocybin mushrooms, not Liberty Caps. No, I mean I'm talking just. I love normal mushrooms. I literally, you know, I love mushrooms on toast. Lion's mane mushroom. You know, so you know, just a big. As vegetables go, is it a vegetable? Comes from the ground. It must be. As vegetables go, mushrooms are with me. I'm loving my mushrooms. Hello there, Sorab. What is my view on the ongoing Olympiad? Yeah, I mean, I love watching Olympiad. I mean, one year I've never been to the chess Olympiad personally. Let's have a look on GChess, by the way, at that game. I'm sure most of you know this website by now. It's a website that I created. There we go. I don't know where my face should be. We can just hover over there for now. It's called gchess.com. I think it's very good for improving your game. And when you enter your handles, you can go to this tab here. If you follow my mouse, you go to, it's not, you can't play chess on this, but it's to make you become a better player. If you go here, I'm going to put my name in here. Don't know why it's got my mate's name in there. I mean, my mother didn't call me GingerGM when I was born, just in case you're wondering. I didn't pop out and like, oh, GingerGM. No, no, no. That isn't what happened. Gangster chess. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Chess Society, thank you. I'm just, okay, let's have a look. So this game here was the game I just played. So one thing you can do, you can check your games with multiple resources. Let's see if it comes up with anything. And it does. So this basically goes through the game I just played, not just with computer analysis, but with other analysis. And if we see, the green moves are obviously good moves. But here, after Queen E7, the computer doesn't actually like my knight to F3 move, which is interesting. And it gives resources where bishop takes C6 has been played by other people, and our very deep analysis actually gives the idea of bringing the knights out like this first. Let's have a look at here. I'm just going to see what we can find. Dreadhead, he's a very good player. I can't remember who he is. Let's see how he played this. Well, he took on C6 and he played this move, and then he played this, and then he played this. Actually, that looks like a really nice way to play, doesn't it? Because you're getting the queens off, you're taking any risk out of the position, and I think you're just winning a pawn here. So if I get that again, I know what to do. Anyway, let's go back to LiChess. Let's try to play some more games, shall we? Will I play the Evans Gambit? Do you have to be a member for using GChess? Well, I mean, there's some free functions there on GChess, but if you want to get all the access to GChess, you have to pay like a subscription. What am I playing here? You wanted the English. You want the English? I will play the English. Okay, so we're going to play the Botvinnik English. And because we're playing this Botvinnik system, I will speak like a Russian. I'll speak just like a Russian would speak. Because this is my best Russian accent. And before you say anything, yes, it is fucking terrible accent. Appalling accent even. If my mother could hear me, she would not be happy. Not be happy, woman. Okay, enough of that. Let's just take that one off. Okay, what are we going to do now? Well, I'm going to go here, and I've got my little F5 moving, and I've got my B4 moving. I've got to be happy, right? These are two breaks in the English Opening that you try to play. And I'm going to whip this one off, and now I have a pawn majority on the queen side, and later on I can try to get a queen, which is nice. So what I'm trying to do here is play on both sides of the board. So this one is maybe getting some pressure against F7. Is GChess free? Go and check it out. It's just gchess.com. Obviously don't check it out now because I'm streaming, and you'd miss the stream, and that'd just be stupid, wouldn't it? Don't go and do that. Don't go and do that. What you want to do, hello, beam me up. Hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing all right there, sir. Yeah, just go and check it out if you want. gchess.com. Some of it's free, some of it you have to pay. And that's basically life, isn't it? Okay, so what do we do next here? Should I be trying to queen this one? I mean, I'm thinking about this, but then after this one, maybe I just help my opponent. So I'm kind of not sure where... Okay, let's go g4. The reason I'm playing g4 is not really to checkmate him, but it's if I move this rook over here. Okay, he's going for this pawn. If I go here, he wants a6, right? Now, if he plays a6, I can sack a pawn, but not sure. Or do we just play this? Let's just not lose a pawn for now. Now, I'm just trying to think what my strategy is here. I'm basically, yeah, I'm thinking I want to move this rook. He's actually now coming in here, which is awfully annoying. He's playing this very well. So I don't really want his rook coming into this square, because that looks like a very strong square. I think my pawn structure is much better here. I've got a juicy pawn structure, and let's start using those pawns. But my piece is maybe not great. Hello, Chris Paul. Hello, Sand SN Snared. And everyone else who's here. I mean, should we just try to queen a pawn? I mean, I hear that's a good idea in chess, is it not? Well, actually, maybe if I go here, I let his rook in again. I don't want to let his rook in. I'm taking too long. He wants to come here and bring his queen out and checkmate me. Well, come on, Simon. You're moving like an old fart. Okay, I'm going to go here because I mean, I could try to do stuff on the queen side, but I'm not very good at doing things on the queen side. I get bored. I see a king. I checkmate. I shouldn't have allowed this in. This must be wrong, but I want to try to go for the king. Now, yes, I understand you are annoying, rook. You are, but I'm gonna. When I said I'm not going to try checkmate him, I totally changed my mind. I'm down on time, and I'm going. Okay, am I worried about him winning? Oh God. Okay, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Let's go all in, shall we, boys? Over the top. Over the top now. Tally-ho. And he resigns. Why did he... What? It ain't that bad, son. It ain't that bad. Well, my opponent was quaking in his boots and he resigned. Phenomenal. Yeah, that is weird. I mean, that's the kind of respect that I have earned over my lifetime of chess. People, they see me attack and they're like, no, he's just too strong. Resign. Resign. No one's ever resigned like that against me. By the way, thank you to anyone who has subbed and all that. Thank you very much. Maybe my position is winning here. I mean, like, my idea is to swing the queen over here, go rook here and checkmate with f6 coming. It might just be winning. It probably is winning. I've got bishop f1 to stop any stuff on the back rank. And this is a very strong plan of the swinger. But, you know, you can play a little bit more if you want, can't you? You don't have to resign. So we've got 2 out of 2 so far. Do you still want Englishes? Okay, let's go for one more English, and then we'll change it up a little bit. If you want, I've got 3 whites in a row, which is very nice. It's nice to have 3 whites in a row. And I had this opening in Reykjavik recently, so I know this opening actually quite well because I had it. I had it in the last tournament I played. Probably only going to play like 1 tournament this year, unfortunately. But the Reykjavik Open, I had this position. And I had this position against a French Grandmaster, and the video is on my YouTube. Oh, I should have gone d6 though. Fuck a duck. That was silly. I should have gone d6 there and discombobbed him. But this is still alright. Still looks like I got a bit of space advantage. Can we move this one around to c4? That seems like the ideal square. And then later on we go for e5, right? If he goes b5, I go a4 and I discombob him over there. And I'll probably play this now anyway. But my time handling is not up to scratch. Okay, this one, I'm just going to go here and meet it. Well, it's always a good move, isn't it? And let's go here. And he's coming in. He's coming around the mountain as he comes. What's he trying to do to me? I don't like having queens in my position like that. So let's try to get rid of it. There's something in the way. They were a great band, weren't they, Nirvana? I'm going to get the Queens off, just because that scares me a little bit. And positionally speaking, this is a modern Benoni structure. And positionally speaking, his pawn is very weak there. Dirty Howlvad, hello sir. Is it true that Li Fong was banned from Olympiad after failing a drugs test? I very much doubt that. Oh, core blimey. I have to admit, I do know one grandmaster who was banned for 2 years for failing a drugs test. And he's the only chess player I've heard of who got banned, got a 2-year ban for failing a drugs test in his home country. And apart from that, I've never heard of it. But they do drugs test. I think it's because they're considering a lot of countries chess a sport, and because chess is considered a sport, like any sport, it's open to drug testing, which makes some sense. But of course, the use of drugs in chess is quite a ridiculous idea, is it not? I mean, like, drugs are not really going to help you play chess, are they? Maybe there's some beta blockers or something which can potentially help improve your play, but I can't really see it, to be honest. This is the only move that's a little bit irritating. I'm trying to get my knight to this lovely square. Remember, this is his main weakness. And that's a very bad square for his knight. I thought he might even come back this way, but okay, he's trying to do something over here. Now I could go here and get rid of that knight, but this one looks more challenging. By the way, thank you anyone who's subscribing. The height trainers there, beam me up or whatever's going on. Cheers. I am working on a course at the moment. I've just finished filming a course actually. I've just finished filming a course on the hippo, and an interesting opening, I think. This one is. I mean, the good thing about the hippo, one of the questions I get asked most is, go here and here maybe. Sorry, this is a bit. Do I reroute the knight? What am I doing here, guys? Okay, let's reroute the knight, even though I like the knight where it was. One of the questions I get asked the most, a lot of people have seen my courses on the London system, on the Jabava London system, on things like this. And a lot of people ask me, oh, is there an opening that you can play with black, which is similar? Don't like the way I'm playing this, actually. He's going to come here, which is a bit annoying. And the simple question, the simple answer to that, I could have taken his bishop. I'm a bit too much chit-chat there. The simple answer is no, but the best thing, an opening that I think is actually very underrated, is the hippo. And why do I think the hippo is underrated? The reason I think the hippo is underrated, I'm just going to take everything because I'm brutal, is, yeah, literally I'm going to take them all and queen everything. There we go. There goes. Look. There goes another one. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I'm enjoying taking all your pieces. I'm gonna. Oh no! I dropped a rook, but it probably doesn't matter because my pawns are so good. Look at those pawns. And the reason I say the hippo is a good opening is because you can play the hippo. It's a universal opening, and you can play it against anything. So no matter what your opponent does with the white pieces, you can play the hippo. I don't think it's quite good enough for equality. I'll give it a go. If I get the black pieces, I'll give it a go and tell you what it's about. But it's an opening I've played throughout my life, and it's quite a lazy opening, as in you can play the hippo against anything. There's not much theory. It's all about planning. Is your alliance to Jon Snow or the Three Folk? A dirty Halvard. I might get him white in every game today. This is a little bit surprising. Should we mix it up and go d4? Have I got 3 out for it? No, I'm winning every game with English. We might as well keep winning every game with English. Do I? What's your question? I mean, bloody hell! I mean, Game of Thrones I did like, but I'm clearly not into Game of Thrones as much as you are, dirty Halvard. Okay, my opponent's now playing the Dutch setup against me. And this is something I've played as black, and I've totally forgotten what theory I should be doing here. Do you go here now? You've got to watch out for this. Oh fuck! Have you got to watch out for that as well? Yeah, I don't like this anymore. Okay, I'm gonna have to move my king. Game of Thrones threw me. The hippo is quite a tricky opening. Well, no, I don't know if it is tricky. We're trying to get a couple of hippo games in soon. Yeah, it'll be released on Chessable, by the way. That question that just came, the hippo course. Hello to Ken as well. Hardcastle, hope you're doing all right. Well, I've done a French defense course, Sarab, on GingerGM. But you're right, I have not done one on... looks like this may be a slight mistake, because he has to come back. Now I can... Dare I take this one? Not yet. Let's try to get rid of his knight. I do want to make another French defense course, but it's just finding the time to create it, because we'll have to put a lot of work into a new French defense course. Look at my pawns. What the hell is this? Maybe I could have given up my knight. That would have been much more fun. Why didn't I do that? Okay, but I've got an extra pawn somehow out of this opening. Just got to avoid getting checkmated. Now, where should the king go? Because his queen wants to... Do we go here? Maybe. And then try to bring my queen in to support everything. I don't like the Dutch, says the chess drinker. Well, you've got to play openings which you like. That is clear. Don't play openings you don't like. I like the Dutch a lot, but everyone is different. So you've got to find stuff that you like. Now I want to play this pawn up, but can't get it to work, so I have to play here. It's a little bit of an annoying blockade, but I've got this extra pawn. Now I kind of love to play this move, right? But I can't play it at the moment. So it's just a little bit frustrating. So my position kind of looks good, but obviously this would be fantastic. But when the queens are on the board, it's a little bit dangerous, and this is a move that I was a little kind of concerned about. It's a bit hard for me to find a plan here at the moment. So what am I going to try to do? Well, I'm going to try to connect both of my rooks. I have a half open file, so I might as well try and play on that. But his bishop is a very good defender. Can I get rid of that bishop? Oh, here he comes. Okay. Now, this is going to get very, very sharp here. Fuck, he's got rook there and I'm losing. Totally missed that move. What an absolute Egypt I am. I forgot this is check. Oh, bugger. Well, I'm going to lose this game. I mean, this g5 has just threw me a little bit. And I've also got to watch out for this one and everything else. So, well, I'm a piece down more than anything, and he's going to destroy me by taking here. So this is pretty much game over. I suppose I'll play on whilst I have this pawn. Maybe resigning is not so stupid, but whilst I've got this pawn, do we resign now? How many pawns have I got? I've got one pawn. Resigning is... Well, okay, I'll play on a little bit. I'll resign, actually, fuck it. Okay, well played to my opponent. I misjudged my position there quite a lot. Let's try to hippo out against this guy. Okay, so I normally play the Dutch. Okay, I can't resist playing the Dutch against him. And this is... I can't remember the name of this gambit. This is the way I play against it. This is not supposed to be a good move, because now I get the center for free. Got to watch out for this one, but look at my center, it's beautiful. Can't remember, the Listerine Gambit or something, is that what it's called? Anyone know? Listerine, is it Listerine Gambit potentially? Okay, so I've got a nice position because my center is fantastic, and I'm going to now just try to shore it up by putting the pawn here. Just so there's no pressure. And maybe he wants to play f4, so let's move the knight there to try and stop that. And this is a very... And next move, I'm just going to simply ask his bishop what it's doing. And this is a lovely position. My center is grand. Now I'm gonna try and just grab myself a pawn and threaten checkmate. This is certainly some threats brewing here, like rook takes f3. And my opponent actually just resigns. They're resigning very prematurely today, but maybe this is completely losing now because there's no way to stop rook takes f3. Or even knight takes f3. I mean, he has to come back, right? Maybe he missed this move. And if he comes back, then my position is really good after this. So that was a bit better. Why did you stop playing the Jabava London? Well, I didn't really stop playing it. I just mix it up. Okay, I'm going to play like a hippo now, basically. So the hippo, well, this is the English defense, but when I play this move, it turns into a hippo. So let's make it a hippo, yeah? And the great thing about the hippo, your moves at the start are really easy. You just play all of these moves. And who am I playing? I'm playing, okay. Okay, so we just do this, very lazy. We don't have to think. These are the next two moves. And then we start thinking. It's great. So Simon, the Scotland team travelled to India in the first round. Their opposition doesn't turn up. Well, I'm sure they will start getting some games soon. Baz Maniac. They will bound to get some tough games soon. I'm gonna maybe do a bit of commentary on the Olympiad when it gets a bit more exciting for me. And what I mean by that, and I don't mean to disrespect the teams that are playing, but I probably will now. Whenever you say I don't mean to disrespect, you normally disrespect. But in the first rounds, they're very, very heavily weighted in one way or the other, aren't they? So, just trying to think the best way to play this. Sorry, I'm a little bit confused about what I'm doing here. I don't really want to give this bishop up. Do I want to do that and try to reroute? Well, maybe it's not that bad. So maybe when there's some more clashes later on, I will start having a look. Why don't I take part in the Olympiad? I'm too weak, Rufus and Doofus. England, to get in the England Olympiad team, I would have to be about, well, at least 2550 strength, probably 2600, and I'm now, I think my rating at the moment is more like, what is my rating? It's about 2470, so I need to gain about 100 points, which I do believe is possible. I would say that, of course, but I don't play enough chess at the moment. I'd love to play a bit more chess over the board, and maybe one day I could try again, but it'll probably be a long time before that occurs. So the only problem at the moment, going back to the chess, is these two pawns, and I'm thinking how we play this position, because I want to really play e5 so my bishop can come out. Now, I'm not too worried about this move, especially now. So I'm trying to basically bring everything over to the king side, right? So we can try to attack his king. And this seems to be, I quite like my position. I quite like it. If he plays e4, I will happily take there, but I've still got this slight problem with these guys, right? Now I can't play this because my queen's on pre. I don't know what his last move was doing. So I'm going to go here, and I'm still angling for this move. So he does play this, and I thought that might be an option for him. And now I'm going to get my idea in, which is allowing my bishop to come to play. And do we take with the pawn or with the rook? Now I think we're going to try sacrificing some material. I don't have to sacrifice, but I love a good sacrifice. And this is maybe a positional sacrifice. He doesn't want my pieces, and he's defending this. Now here maybe, I don't know, this is, I missed this one. This is very annoying. I didn't want to sacrifice like this. I needed this square for my pieces. This is not enough compensation for me. I needed to have this square. Had I managed to get a piece there, then my compensation might have been okay, but I don't think I should have enough compensation in this kind of position now. Oh, if I go here, rook takes is very strong. But it's still playable. I'm still very solid. But I've lost the attacking chances. But okay, I won the exchange back. Happy days. Oh, rook knight there would have won. Flipping X, Simon. You're not playing. Oh, my time. Fuck. Excuse my language. Got a good position here, but time. Oh, I've allowed. Oh shit! I've allowed that. Flipping X, Simon. Oh dear. Well done to my opponent. Oh, but I've let that slip, haven't I? Oh, he's got 3 seconds, but that's enough. Okay. I should have tried flag him at the end there. Quite possibly. I had a good position, but I'm so bad. I'm probably the worst blitz player when I get under like 20 seconds or something. I'm really bad. There might have been a knight f3 check. When I get down to the last 20, I have to avoid getting down to my last 20 seconds, because when that happens, I just crumble, and I can't see any tactics. Well, let's see if we can make up for that with a Dutch. So this is my favourite opening, so I'm sure most of you are aware. I know a lot of you in the chat saying, oh, you know, I don't like the Dutch. I don't think it's about my PC being slow, I have to say. I think it's about the way I'm not sure when my pieces are moving. I don't think I can blame it on the PC. My PC is pretty good, to be honest. And this is already a very nice position for me, because his bishop is dead. And can we play some funky stuff now? I've got great development. I've got more space and a bigger center to maneuver. And I'm just going to tuck the king out of the way. Make sure that I prepare for any problems that might occur later on. And he probably wants to put the knight there. So let's get ready to take that one when it does happen. And this move I've got to watch out for now, because his bishop will line up. So where does the rook go? Quite a strange square for the rook, but now thinking of a plan, I'd love to kill that bishop. So if I can get a knight to this square, we might be able to do that. So let's try and kill that bishop, because the only way it's going to get out of the position ever, this is the only pawn break that my opponent has to ever free that bishop. Otherwise the bishop is always stuck behind his pawns. So I'm going to... Do we swap the bishops or not? I don't know. I guess so. So at least now I'm very happy, because he's kind of playing like a bishop down, but his other pieces seem to be pretty good, right? Like his knight, and I've just blundered a pawn. Not very good with pawns at the moment. Should have been a little bit more careful there, but it wasn't a very good pawn. Anyway, I don't think that pawn matters too much. And now we try to come in. But his knight is very good, actually. So what I'm just thinking, how can I play this? Well, my other knight should be getting there, shouldn't it? So let's change plans. You can see his bishop can... Oh no, hang on, I need to defend this one first. This knight is not very good, so I'm going to head this knight into an outpost as well. You can also go that way. I'm not sure which one's better. And that pawn, it doesn't matter too much which one. This one kind of feels more correct. So I've got 2 knights hovering around that area of the board. So let's post it over there. And probably a breakout now. If I'm going to win this position, I need to break out at some moment, which is risky because my own king becomes very weak. But you don't get far in life without taking the risks. And moving his king there seemed strange. I think he should have... Could he have gone there? Well, maybe. Okay, so his king can't run anywhere. It can't run anywhere. And he's getting... You can see how my knights are so strong. So he's sacrificed to try and free. And he should probably try running away. So he's played this quite cleverly, I think. Because his position was iffy. And I'm thinking of another way I can get in with the queen. And this is what I'm trying to come in. Okay, so yeah, we're trying to get in with the queen this way. Hello, Jess. Hope you're doing well as well. Hope life is good. Maybe I've got a check here. Might have been able to play that last move, but now it's definitely a threat because he can't take my pawn. And is he just losing now? He might just be losing at this moment in time. This check is very hard to stop. And then my queen flies into the position. Maybe he has to move his knight all the way back here, but that looks so passive. And I might have knight check, king here, pawn check, king here. Okay, so now this is the... Okay, so he has found a way to defend. He's defending well, isn't he? Because he's threatening his own stuff now. I hate it when they defend, don't you? But is that the killer? That might be the killer. And... Hello, come on, my friend. And I'm going to be a piece up if I go here. But is there something more sexy like this little number? Can we do this little number? And what about this one? And am I trying to be? Oh! Look at this! Look at this! I don't even need to take the knight. Oh, look at this! Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, why didn't he move the king here? I was hoping he'd go king here and then rook d2. Can we just show that? Why didn't he allow the pretty checkmate? Let me have the pretty checkmate. I'm an artiste. So in this position, well, I can't be bothered to put it on the board now, but if he goes... yeah, knight c3 was checkmate as well, wasn't it? But my point is, if he goes king here, then rook here is a really weird checkmate. Actually, let's see if we can show that, because I don't know. Can you move pieces here on the board? I don't know. Let's have a look. You can. Look at that checkmate. You don't often see a checkmate like that, right? I mean, what the hell is that, man? I mean, you know, that's the way checkmate should be in life, right? They should be like that. Okay. Let's get another little game in. That was fun. Enjoyed that one. And the Dutch, as I say, is my favourite opening. This is the Dutch, as most of you know. This is a weird little move that I have faced during my career many a time. Jonathan Rowson, 3-time British champion, played this against me. Grandmaster Bogdan Lalic played this against me. But I don't think it's enough for any advantage, and as so often in the Dutch, when I get this pawn move in, I am very, very happy. Very, very happy. Because I love these pawns, and this is why I play the Dutch. These pawns are like, they're cool, aren't they? They're like killer pawns. Killer pawns coming up the board. And I'm gonna now unleash this one. And do I have bishop takes here? King takes, knight check, queen takes. It's just about okay for him, right? I'm not convinced it is, but it might just about be okay. So he's going to go here. I'm going to play this. Not the most exciting move, but I'd love to get my knight in behind the pawns. Putting your knight behind the pawns is great as well. Knight behind the pawns always work. Do I have a favourite white opening, says Tactic? Do I? I don't know. Not really. No, I don't actually. I normally 1d4. I normally play 1d4, but I wouldn't say it's a favourite for any big reason, you know. I don't know why it's a favourite move. It just happens that way. And now here, bishop f4 captures, and he's coming in here. Let's just do this for now. So probably 1d4, but I swap it about a lot more with the white pieces than I do with the black pieces. Now this one again is so close to working. King takes, knight checks. So okay, so he's got rid of that one. Now maybe I take with a rook, and we've seen this in action before. This is one of my favourite attacking ideas. I think this is a winning idea in this position. King takes, rook h6, king back. So he stopped it. Bastard. The bastard saw it. Okay, we have to keep the bishop open. So that was a winning idea there. And now we've got to play more normal moves. Does it work here? King takes check. Doesn't seem as strong because his queen is a great defender. But I can come in here and attack his bishop. But do I have a follow-up? Do I have a follow-up? Takes, king takes, check. King g1, queen here, attacking his bishop. The bishop comes back. Do I have a follow-up? I can't see it. Can't see it. So, something like this is maybe a more... It's a bit greedy. I mean, why am I grabbing pawns when I could be trying to checkmate him? Doesn't look like fun. I should be trying to checkmate him. Okay, let's grab a pawn anyway. Might as well. It's probably a good move, but grab another one. Very unlike me to go grabbing pawns. And what am I doing now? Is he going to actually take that one? Okay, we'll do this. Why not? I'm not known for my pawn grab ability. It's not one of my normal things I do. Grabbing pawns is obviously a very good thing to do in general, but I normally prefer just getting on with the attack than grabbing a juicy morsel of a pawn. Anyway, back we go. I'd love to get this one here. So can I reroute that? Even putting it here, that seems a bit slow. So we're going to stabilize the situation. And I say stabilize, I can never stay patient for a long period of time. Let's ask that knight where it's going. And now I will get my bishop here. Seems like that extra pawn counts for quite a lot. And I couldn't take there because my rook would be, well, I could have done, but my rook's on pre. My position seems to be getting better and better, doesn't it? But is there some blow here that I can play? Well, the time is very low. Let's just do this because I want this square now. 38 seconds. I want to try to get my bishop there where it looks to be more dangerous than on this square. d6 is okay, but now he's blocking that one out and I can't see a way through. So if I can get it here, I might start building some threats. And let's just use my a pawn, not so much to win, but to divert his pieces away. And I should have this would have been a winning move last move. I have played it a little bit too late. And even bishop b5 last move was stronger now. Now let's do a little bit of chasing anyway. Chase that baby around. No, queen should come back. His king is in a horrible position, and yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, baby. And hello to anyone else who's joined the chat, by the way. I'm just trying to crack some heads in the blitz. Hello, Anatoly Korchnoi. I've played Korchnoi 3 times in tournaments, but never Karpov. My brother played Karpov though. And I think I'm doing quite well the Dutch opening today. So let's see if we can crack some more heads. So someone asked in the chat earlier, why don't I play the Jabava London? And I do still play this. One thing I do a bit more nowadays is mix up my openings. So especially when I'm playing blitz, generally just to keep it a bit fresh. And this is the Jabava London, which I think is a brilliant opening for players who don't want to remember a great deal of theory, for players who want to try to get a small advantage of white without too much theoretical knowledge. With best play, probably black is equal in a couple of lines, but that doesn't matter so much. When I say probably, that's more definitely black is equal. But it's quite hard for black to get that equality, and this position looks very good for me. The biggest threat here is to move my bishop in, and I'm going to do that now because we want to take away his right to party. Wow, wow, wow. No, that's not the right band. Right to party. Oh my god, Beastie Boys, that's it. And I was doing a Led Zeppelin guitar riff there. I honestly don't care about these pawns. I'm going straight for this one, and if he survives this, I will be absolutely amazed. His king is getting destroyed here, absolutely destroyed. And I got the knight coming in. They're coming in for the party. The right to party. Yeah, you're right, Anatoly Karpov. This is not an even position. So this is the Jabava London system, and it's a bloody good opening. Let's just keep throwing them forward, shall we? This one. And now, let's get this one in. I'm not going to even grab a pawn or win an exchange yet. This one must be a strong move. And then, oh god, there's so many tempting ideas. Oh shit, I've just dropped my bishop. You moron! My god. Ah, the position was so good. It's still okay. It's still okay. Let's not freak out. Let's not freak out, you idiot. My position was so good. Okay, I'm trying to get in and checkmate him this way. I'm probably still even on material just about, but why did I have to lose a piece, eh? Why did I have to go and do that? Now this move is the only one that scares me, because otherwise my queen is coming to one of these two squares because I got the pin, and he's played it. Stop playing moves that I say are scary. Rook here, queen here. Okay, there must be something here, right? There must be something. Can't come here because he captures. Rook here, and then queen c5. Not really inspiring me too much. This is probably the right way to go. And then I come here, but I'm still not threatening much. This one is begging to be played in some position, but how can I get it in the position? What the actual fuck is that? Excuse my French, but that was the last move I expected him to play. What a move by White Process. I mean, Jesus. Talk about a confusing move. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to go here. And, well, very nice move. I love moves like that. I mean, the point is, if I take the queen, he takes my queen. So, a beautiful idea from my opponent. I do honestly appreciate beautiful ideas. The problem with beautiful ideas is they're normally shit. They normally just don't work. And he's come back now because he realizes it's actually probably crap. But it was a nice idea. Nice idea. I would give you a round of applause if I wasn't. It was probably actually a good move. It was probably actually a good move. Now, I still can't get in. This pin is very annoying, actually. And yeah, his knight's coming back as well. And I can't. This queen b1 might have been just brilliant. Might have just been a brilliant move. And if I come in with a queen, he takes. Looks like bullshit. That I can't find a move here. Can't find a move to hold this position. This, I feel, is just winning for him. I've got queen f4. We can go for an ending. I didn't play this to get into an ending, did I? This is still lurking. He's threatening checkmate. I've got to stop the checkmate. Let's get that one back. Well, I'm glad I've got my bishop back, because now my queen can move. And I've got a threat of this one. Hello? Hello? Oof. Well, his idea might have been brilliant, but he crumbled a little bit at the end there, didn't he? He couldn't quite manage to hold it together. So we go back to the hippo. So you can play the hippo against this. You can play the hippo against everything. Let's try and get the hippo in. That was a very complex game, that last one. I mean, me blundering a piece was making things a little bit more tricky, obviously. And he's picked one of the better setups against the hippo, the 3-pawn attack. But I'm going to do my normal hippo stuff. I'm going to see where he puts his king, and then I'm going to decide where to attack. If he goes this way, I'm going to try to do something on the king side, like g5, go over here. If he goes this way, then I might go for this plan. The breaks you've got in this position are basically like, well, now he's got his bishop here, so e5 is very tempting as well. Queen b1 was beautiful, wasn't it? The diggy well. Queen b1 for my opponent was a bloody sexy move. You know, even if it wasn't a very good move, it was actually probably a really good move. So, well, you know, nice play from my opponent. Now, can I just sack a pawn, or is that absolute crap? I don't care. Let's do it. When you've got a target, it doesn't really matter about the odd pawn, does it? So this is how I play the hippo. I play it probably unlike anyone else in the world, but I'm trying to open up lines towards his king, even if it means me losing all my pawns over on that area of the board. Now, let's keep opening up lines here. Now, if I go here, he might take and go here. Does that scare me? It scares me a little bit, but life is scary. So that's life. As Frank Sinatra would say, that's life. And that's the only lyrics to that song I can recall at this moment in time. Okay, do we keep castle? I'm going to castle into his attack, and we've got a very exciting position here. He's clearly trying to attack me over here. But normally, one of the rules you have, when he pushes one pawn, you push the other one to try and keep it close. And now I've really got to get on with doing some shit over here. So let's bring the queen around. Maybe this one, or queen here to build up some lines. Queen here, rook here would be my ideal scenario. Am I worried about that pawn? I don't know if I can't have time to be worried about that pawn, really. No, I'm not. You can have that pawn. Just have it. I don't care. You might mate me first, but it's now I'm 2 pawns down, but I have now got this action. So very exciting game. We're having some good games today. And when I say good games, maybe not great quality, but some very exciting games are happening, which I like. When you play blitz, you play for the excitement, right? And we now got a big threat. And this one is looking like the way to do it. Now, this is my next move is too risky. I was going to say incredibly risky, that I saw his knight coming in here, and I pooed myself very slightly. But I'm still tempted to do it because I'm a bit of a class A loon. Okay, here, knight here takes on b2, king takes. I can't see it working. Okay, why think about it when you can just move the rook in? So I was thinking about distracting his queen away, but let's play it sensibly. And you can see that my plan is just about coming together. And queen takes a3 is lurking in the jungle, the chess jungle. Welcome to the chess jungle. We've got fun and games. We've got everything you want. And honey, we've got the pieces. Checkmates, tricks, Jabava Londons, Dutches. Okay, you can run, my friend, but you certainly can't hide. I'm going to keep that bishop. Why don't I take that one? What an idiot. Okay, I should have taken that one. And he's desperately trying to swap off pieces now. We're not swapping off pieces. Let's keep the queens on. Bishop a4. Okay, I'm coming back. Stop annoying me now. Bishop a4 is the lurker. God, did something fall out my hair? It's probably my dinner, my lunch. That's quite embarrassing. Beard flakes. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. I apologise for my beard flakes. I did actually just have a shower, and I keep my beard generally crystal clean. It's a very well-to-do beard, so don't let it fool you. It's very well groomed. It gets beard oil often. It gets shampooed. It's in a damn fine position. Whatever falls out of it. Well, I often keep a bit of food there for later, as most people with beards do. That's not true either. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Okay, well, this looks really good now, doesn't it? That's a good defensive move from my opponent. But let's threaten the rook. And his queen is in a horrendous situation. But we don't want to bring it out all time. Okay. He's playing bloody quick. Oh, God. Much quicker than me. Fuck. Was that working? What was he doing there? That was just confusing me. Oh. What was that all about? What was that all about? Jesus, that just confused me. That just confused me. To answer the question, thank you. It is a lovely beard. I have to say. Peter Lico keeps going on about the importance of pawn structure. I've been sorting terabytes of files, but my chess hasn't proved. What am I doing wrong? Have you got any of my courses? If you haven't got any of my courses, that's probably where you're going wrong. Yeah, I mean, pawn structure is really important, right? I mean, the way I look at chess is you've got two important factors. You've got the pawns and you've got the pieces. And the way you can think about it is that the pawns are like your skeleton. And I say this many times. So they're like what keeps your body upright, what keeps your body in tune, keeps your shape. But then the pieces are basically like the organs, right? So they are what energizes your skeleton. So you've got to have a good posture with your skeleton generally. And if you don't have a good posture with your skeleton, then you need to make up for that with having very good organs. So very good. If you don't have a good pawn structure, you need to have good pieces. But ideally, your pieces are like your organs. They like pump the blood through your skeleton. They pump the energy through your system. And ideally, you want to have like your pieces having that good energy, that good feeling. So so that's the way I look at it, and that's something to bear in mind. You don't always have to have good pawn structure, but I would always aim for it if you can. And if you don't have a good pawn structure, make sure you've got a bloody good pieces instead, organs. Otherwise, your position is probably going to be a shambles, right? By the way, we had a Tromposky here, and my position seems a little bit more pleasant, but my opponent's defended quite well. And now thinking about how I can put some pressure on his king, because his king should be in trouble, but we might have to go into a more positional approach with the queens coming off, which is a little bit of a pity. So he survived kind of the first wave. Oh, well, there we go. He's now, what I would say, done a bit of damage to his pawn structure. But if I castle, his idea is to come here. And this knight, his organ, his piece, his main piece, is making up for it. So this is his best organ. And that's why I need to concentrate on this organ. If I can concentrate on that, his pawn structure is really bad. He's got raggedy pawns all over the place. So I need to try and just make sure that doesn't work. So I've gone here. So now he's trying to get his bishop back better. That I can castle. And for a start, he doesn't have this check. So I'm covering that square. And I want to try to bring my pieces into good stands. Bring my rook over, etc. And I'd love to get rid of this knight. So how am I going to get rid of this knight? So this is how I'm thinking. I want to play c3. In order to play c3, I need to move this bishop. Do we bring this one? Let's bring this one to the center first. Why not? see what he's going to do with this. Okay, he's played it to a better square. So I need to move this bishop and go c3. And I'm going to go here because it stops him doubling rooks. And I want to get rid now of that. Now I've done that. So now I've achieved that idea of making one of his organs from a very good piece. It's become a lot worse. Look, it's sidelined now. And I can push it even further backwards. And I'm going to... Okay, now I don't want that knight coming there. So I'm going to eliminate it. And we do have opposite colour bishop now. But again, if I can get rid of most of his pieces, it's going to be his pawn structure, which is very, very weak. So, yeah, I mean, this might be a draw, because opposite coloured bishops obviously does. But look at his pawns. And I'm now, again, just trying to improve my pieces. And the king is a piece in the ending. Don't ever forget that. So I'm trying to use my king. And I'm threatening to win that one now. But it's very hard to make progress here, as I've said. So I'm going to give it a check, but how am I making progress? This one is my next idea. Trying again to maximize my pieces. So I'm trying to get my rook in around the back, but he stopped it again. So what's next? Okay, I can't think how I'm going to break through yet. This one is another idea. I'm trying to get in. And why am I trying to bring my king here? Because I see one of his pawns. Okay, now he's come forwards. He's made another weakness. And he's made his bishop terrible. So I've induced a weakness from him. And I'm going to think if there's a way. Okay, now is this... This might again be a draw. But he's got some hard work to do to draw this. Because he can hardly move here. And I'm wriggling in. I'm using my organs, my pieces. And this might be the winning move. Because even though it's opposite colored bishop, this is, well, I can even just take this one, surely. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go here. It doesn't, maybe I could have just taken it. But I'm thinking my h-pawn will win the day. Because there's no way now he can stop this h-pawn from becoming a queen. There we go. All right. Well, anyway, look, cheers, guys. I'm going to leave it there. It was only a little stream. I fancy playing a bit of blitz, and I think it was quite a happy stream in the end, right? Now, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'm doing more stuff on my YouTube channel now, so do make sure you go and check out my YouTube channel, GingerGM. I've got loads of other stuff going on. I've also obviously got the GChess website that I do. So go and check out gchess.com, my own website, gingergm.com. So go and check them out.